everyone, once again it is I, the Professor. Now, I was planning to do a video about the whole Smosh Kickstarter, but after seeing just how many videos have been made about that, I decided it would be unnecessary, superfluous to say the least to do so. And I was planning to do it before Asa made his video and Nate Talks to You make their video. I was planning to do it before them. So I'm not going to go straight out and make a full-on video about the Smosh video. I'm just going to say this much. If you, a Smosh fan, actually give money to these fuckers for their little video game, then you're a goddamn idiot. If you actually think that the people who are the #1 most subscribed to channel on YouTube actually need $250,000 to make a goddamn video game, despite the fact that I can look on websites such as Social Blade and tell you for a fact that they can, in a year, make anywhere between $452.8 thousand dollars to $5.4 million a year, then you're a goddamn idiot if you really think they need your money to make this video game. It's just as stupid as actually giving money to the Kickstarter for that guy with the glasses for them to get new equipment and paying $6,500 just to show up for a 5-second cameo in a Nostalgia Critic episode. The main purpose of this video today is actually to talk about an article I saw on Fox News. And this article, when I read it, I honestly couldn't believe what I was reading. And no, this has nothing to do with political commentary. This has nothing to do with some bullshit story on Fox News, other than the fact that, well, this is kind of a bullshit story. And surprise, surprise, anytime I'm dealing with anything on Fox News that I have any interest in talking about, really, it has to do with video games. I read a story on Fox News the other day talking about a young lady who is irritated with the Final Fantasy 13 2 or Final Fantasy 13, whatever the hell you want to call it, Lightning Returns ad campaign. And the title of the article was Boob Jam Explores Unsexy Side of Breast. Now, the issue here, and what was talked about in the article, was a young lady who is very annoyed with the amount of attention they're putting on Lightning's breast in the ad campaign to sell it to, well, for no other reason than to sell it to guys. Because of this, she wants to make a bunch of video games that show the unsexy side of breast. And one of the things she talks about is that, oh no, I got deodorant on the side of my left breast, and that's actually in this article. And to me, I'm just sitting there going, wow, that's not that big of an issue. Just go get some goddamn water, wash the fucking tit off, and you're done. Dry it up. Oh, deodorant's gone. End of issue there. Now, there's a couple of items that they talk about that, yeah, they can be serious issues, like having to get mammograms and other shit like that. But overall, I'm sitting here wondering, in the back of my head, going, where the fuck were you, lady, when things like Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball came out? Where the fuck were you when Bayonetta came out? Where the fuck were you with the Ninja Gaiden games that had overly done breast jiggle physics? Where the fuck were you for Final Fantasy VII with Tifa, who literally had tits that she could hold herself up from a cliff on? Where were you for all these things? Why is it now? Final Fantasy 13, why is it just now at this point that you're like, oh, well, gaming companies are a bunch of douchebag assholes because they're accentuating the tits to sell it to the male demographic. Ugh. Parasite Eve 3rd Birthday literally had trailers where you saw Aya taking a shower. That was part of the game. Part of the game was your clothes would rip up. Part of the game, your clothes would rip off, would be destroyed, showing that much more skin. That entire game was nothing more than sexual referencing and fan service. Where were you for these games? Why is it with this ad campaign with Lightning for Final Fantasy 13 that you're finally getting all pissy about it and you're just like, oh, well, I need to show the world that boobs are not always sexy by making a video game where women try on bras. Which, okay, really? Seriously? Okay, women trying on bras. That's not sexy! Oh, I can't find the right bra size! Now, in the video game, you have to do a quick time event, and in the quick time event, you have to pick a different bra, and then you have to put it on. Oh, damn it, you picked the wrong size. I'm a D cup, and you picked a C, and now I have to take the bra off again. And then you pick another one. How is that going to change the mindset and mentality behind guys about how breasts are supposed to be viewed? I'm sorry. if you're a straight man, and yes, I will say this is mostly for straight men, breasts are a fantastic thing. We love them. So gaming companies are very intelligent to use this as a selling point. Do I agree with it wholeheartedly? No, I really don't. But even then, when they do over-sexualization of characters, if they do it correctly in the game, they can turn the character into more than just a sex object. They can turn it into a strong character. Did I say they do the best damn job with Lightning for Final Fantasy 13? Fuck no, they really didn't, because she's a bland character. God damn it, I really don't like her that much. But I don't see where this huge issue is coming from. And yes, this is all in response. Her whole thing is in response to Final Fantasy 13 because she wants to make a game called Final Reality. And that's where it talks about I accidentally smeared a ton of deodorant all over my left breast. And she's getting a whole bunch of response from this. And she's getting a lot of positive response. I'm honestly thinking that she's going about this the wrong way. It's like the tropes versus women in video games. Kickstarted, that whole documentary they were trying to do. They weren't going to do anything to help the way that women are portrayed in video games by doing this. That's not how you do it. What you do, if you want to help with the way women are portrayed in video games, instead of going off and making a video game saying, oh, look at this, breasts are annoying, my shirt, it won't fit, it doesn't go on right, and my boobs are trying to fall out, and my bra's not the right size, and oh, I has to get a mammogram, and it makes me really hard to be in athletics, despite the fact that I've seen multiple women in gymnastics that have large tits, and, well, it's never been an issue for them. Okay then. And I've seen a lot of women who do track, and my God, they have tits, and it doesn't seem to affect them at all, really. And that's not going to help. The way you do it is you make a video game. Don't make your video game main character, don't make your protagonist, who obviously is going to have to be female, overly sexualized. Turn her into a strong character, and make her sexy that way. That's how you try to do something to affect the way the game industry utilizes women and their marketing campaigns, and their marketing ploys, and their selling points for video games towards men. That's what you fucking do. You don't go off and just make these stupid fucking games about tits, and how annoying they are for women, and how they're not sexy. That's not what you do. And now there's actually one particular line in here I want to point out, and it's actually in the first paragraph, which I wouldn't even call this a paragraph because it's actually just a sentence that's separated from every other sentence. People on Fox News, they think one sentence pretty much equals a paragraph. That's stupid. But the first paragraph says, it's no surprise that video game characters are designed to be attractive, or that attractiveness is often engineered from a straight white male's perspective. Okay. Really, what the fuck is going on here? Going by this line, the only reason that Lightning is designed like they show in this picture here is because white men like this. Black guys, black straight men, don't like women with large tits that are showing them off. Asian straight men don't like women with large tits and that are showing it off. Hispanic men don't like it. No, it's only the white male perspective. That's exactly what it says. In an extent, this article has a bit of racism to start it off. That's exactly what it is. And also, just to go past that, it's got a bit of sexism to think that all men are attached and attracted to large tits. And that's all they're attracted to. If you made a character with small tits, then we wouldn't be interested. I had to disagree for the sole fact that, hey, you can take me as sexist or perverted as you want with this statement, but a handful is all I really need. Because a handful's just fine with me. It's nice, they're soft, they're enjoyable. You can play with them, you can do whatever you want with them. A nice handful. Yeah, it's nice to have a chick with the big tits every now and then, but a nice handful is all you really need. This article is just straight up fucking stupid. This whole idea behind what they call the boob jam, where they want a bunch of game developers to come around and make video games in a speed run of creating video games that shows the unsexy side of tits in hopes of getting the video game industry to stop doing what they're doing with them. It makes no sense. But I find this hilarious, though. I'm going to show you this at the bottom of this page. This is hilarious, and this is an ad. This is an ad on Fox News for the exact same article where they're talking about utilizing women and the female body to sell video games to men. Look at this article. Is this not just humorous? Does no one else see just how humorous this advertisement for War Tune is? I've never played the game, I only know what it's called because there's an ad here. You got a chick standing there in a provocative pose, wearing hardly nothing at all, and it's like, this is for male gamers only. Warning, this game is too hot to handle. Enter at your own risk. So Fox News is like, hey, this is a good idea that the lady has for us to not use boobies to sell video games and then have an ad on Fox News for the same article where it's using boobies. So yeah, to anyone who thinks that this is a good idea and that this will do something for the sake of video game industry and the way that women are treated in video games, no, it's not. It's going to exploit women just as much as using them as an advertisement scheme. Using breasts to prove why breasts are not sexy and doing these video games in this way is going to exploit women just as much as the advertisement for Final Fantasy 13 is, for the design of Lightning is. And yes, I understand that this is something in the video game industry, and the video game designers and creators are very knowledgeable that they are doing this, and they do this for a purpose. They know why, to make the video game characters sexy. It even mentions it in the article here that the Square Enix developers admitted that they increased Lightning's cup size from a C to a D. Why? Because it'll catch the attention of men, which the C cup caught the attention of men just fine anyway. It really did. Although I will say that there was one error in closing here in this article where they said that Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns all revolved around Lightning, which is a bullshit lie because the main protagonist and the person it revolved around in 13-2 was actually her sister Sarah.